Hi everyone, and welcome to Connection Yoga. My name is Kat. We have 20 minutes of yin yoga. We'll be aiming to cool off by slowing down. We'll be not energetically holding those poses, using instead a bolster or pillow if you have it, blocks if you have those. Bring a couple of accessories on hand so that you can play as we move through this fairly simple practice. But as we do, I want you to think about 3 steps each time we get into a pose. All right? The first one is come into the pose to an appropriate depth. Second, resolve to remain still. Commit. And 3, hold the pose for the time. So each posture today will be about 3 minutes. So 6 times 3, 24 minutes of just luxuriating and chilling out, giving ourselves some space to just let go, to yield. Yin is to yield and yang is to make a change. And so today we'll just focus on accepting things as they are, as this is the space for wisdom and learning from our own experiences. So we look at how we're feeling, what's showing up, and just taking that in, not seeking to change in this moment. Just accept, let go, and find some relaxation. So without further ado, know that by continuing on with this practice, it is an acceptance of waiver of liability. Take care of yourself, and if you're ready, let's get connected. Let's begin in a seated meditation. Option to sit on the floor, block, bolster, or pillow. I'm going with the bolster for ultimate comfort. And we will begin. So, come into the pose to the appropriate depth. If you sat on the floor and it's feeling tight, like an effort, maybe lay back instead, or choose to bring in that block if you have one. And once you find it, resolve to remain still, outside of your breath moving. We'll be here about 2.5 minutes more. So use this time to slow your mind, to start the practice of noticing how your body feels, how you feel. Across the practice, notice if there are any shifts. This is the practice of mindfulness. And what helps anchor mindfulness is breath. So find a rhythm at a depth and rate that feels good for you. And let it be your rhythm, a common denominator in the practice. Sphinx Pose. So come to your knees, bringing the pillow or bolster out in front of you. Option to use only it, kneeling and draping yourself over it, or if that's a little too deep of a sensation, you can bring the block onto the top, creating a little ramp. And your forehead comes to the top of the ramp, bottom of the ramp between the knees. And again, find the depth. Resolve to remain still. And we'll be here 2.5 minutes. Letting the spine get long, quads long. Resettle into your breath. Allow the stillness in your body to reflect into your mind. About 30 more seconds here. And gently lift up. Setting your props to the side of your mat. Seat. Take a seat. And then lower onto your back. Next, supported bridge. So you're gonna bring your block under your hips, just above the tailbone on the medium or low setting. Lengthening the front of the body now, where we just had some flexion in the hips. So notice that shift as you settle. About 2.5 minutes here. seconds left. Option to stay or extend the legs out for full bridge. This might not feel comfortable. You might play and then bring the feet back in for just a few more breaths. If you extended the legs, bring the feet back in, and then all together press the feet to lift the hips and set the block to the side. Knees sway side to side. Reset low back for just a moment. And then we're going to roll over onto our bellies. Bring your bolster or pillow in. Going to put that just under the short ribs for Sphinx Pose. So bringing the arms out in front of your bolster or block. You can do it without support. If you don't have any props, no worries. It just might make it a little bit more active rather than this kind of cooling supported practice. So we'll be here 2 more minutes. We're resolved to remain still and breathe. And listen to your body. Find the edge. And when your body softens and invites you deeper, then you can accept and go to the next edge, and so forth. And notice when you hold these poses for even more than 3 minutes, you really can shift quite a bit over that time. But the key is allowing the body to invite you, not your ego, which might feel good about going deep or big or however in a pose. Simply be and breathe. Set your pillow or bolster to the side, lowering down, hands stack, forehead to the hands. Front Savasana reset. Make your way up to a seat, however you like. And we'll extend the legs out in front of us. Feet up. Option to bring either type of prop in. Block, forehead to the block, block on the shins, arms drape. Or you can again create a ramp setup with your bolster for ultimate comfort. Again, finding the appropriate depth for you. What edge are you finding? Can you resolve to be here for another 2 minutes? 30 more seconds here. And start to gently walk yourself back up to an upright position. Again, setting your blocks, props to the side. Hands plant behind you, bend the knees, plant the feet. Reverse tabletop, reset for just a moment, lift the hips. And then hips down, lie back for Savasana. Let go. Chill out. Voice to call you back. Stay as long as you like, or to close out with me. Begin to reawaken and make a slow journey back up to an easy seat. We'll close out with 3 vibrations of Om, or deep breaths if you choose. We all exhale to empty. Breath in. Inhale. Thumbs to third eye center. In gratitude, we bow. Namaste. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little juicy practice. I definitely did myself. Fun fact, we targeted the stomach and spleen with those practices. So if you felt some kind of release and pressure in your belly, then that's probably why, because we were kind of giving it that little massage with our asana and pranayama practice. And it almost made me lose it there at the end. I literally started to burp following our first om. I was like, oh no, hold it together. So, if you burped, that's all right. I know you all wouldn't judge me at all if I had, but, we kept it together. So, if you liked this and feel stomach stuff, maybe like this so that you can come back to it. Otherwise, like if you enjoyed, drop a comment. Let me know how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and we'll be back with more soon. So keep a lookout, hit the notification bell, and until next time, I love you all. Stay connected.